Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Pagan. We are going to be talking about real numbers and number operations in today's lesson. So hold on tight. Let's get started. As you can see, it says order the real numbers on a number line as you graph them. So here are the numbers we're going to use to put on our number line. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the number line. I'm going to put 0 in the middle. I know that positive sign numbers go on the right and negative numbers go on the left of the 0. And then I'm going to start with my positives. Okay, so I know that I have a 1, a 5 halves, and square root of 3. Now, I know a 1 is a 1, so I want to know what is 5 halves. Well, I know 2 goes into 5 twice with 1 left over, so that's 1 half, 2 and a half, which is 2.5. So that gives me an approximation. And square root of 3, well, I know it's less than 2 because square root of 4 is 2. So I want to have an idea what it is. Oh, I hope you didn't see the answer. So go ahead and take out your calculator. I'm going to put square root of 3, and I'm going to go ahead and enter that, and it seems like 1.7. Make sure you're using the calculator when I am so you get the experience that I get. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is put 1. Then if I'm counting, I would learn 1.7 next, then 2.5 after that. So that's the order in which those numbers would go. Now, I do have negative numbers. I have negative 1.8, negative 4, negative 4.2. And I know that the closer the number, the smaller it's supposed to be. So 1.8 will be first, but it's negative, so it's actually a bigger number, which is crazy. And after that would be negative 4, and then going further out, it would be negative 4.2. So those are the order in which we would order our number line. All right, give yourself a hand because you did awesome. Let's go on to the next part. All right. Here it says ordering temperature. So in the real world, we do have these crazy temperatures, especially last winter was amazingly cold. So it says here are the record low temperatures for 5 northeastern states. We have Connecticut, Maine, Maryland, New Jersey, and Vermont. And our first part says order the temperatures from lowest to the highest. So we need to get the smallest temperature first. So the further you are from 0, the colder it gets. So negative 50 is definitely going to win that one. Negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit, then it would be negative 48 degrees Fahrenheit. After that will come negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. We're getting closer to 0, which is getting a little bit better, but not so much. And last but not least, the closest is negative 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so these are our temperatures, believe it or not, from lowest to the highest. So this is our lowest, this is our highest. All right, it says, which states have record low temperatures below negative 40 degrees? Okay, I'm going to kind of erase these so we can see our temperatures one more time. Well, it doesn't say at 40 degrees, negative 40 degrees. So therefore, this negative 40 degrees of Maryland is out the window. So, sorry, not included. It does say below, so we need to go further away from 0. So negative 48 degrees would definitely be away from 0. And negative 50 would be even further out from 0. So those two are the only ones. These are actually higher than negative 40 degrees, not below. So keep that in mind. All right, let's look at operations with real numbers. All right, hold on tight. Let's kind of look to see, it says, what is the difference? Now remember that difference means subtraction. So we're going to subtract. So in difference, we do have to switch the numbers. So it will be negative 15 minus negative 3. And as you might remember from Algebra 1, two negatives create a positive, so we have negative 15 plus 3. And negative 15 plus 3 will be negative 12. You subtract the numbers, and the bigger sign wins. Since 15 is bigger than 3, 15 has a negative, final answer will get the negative. All right, quotient means division. So we're going to go ahead and divide negative 18 divided by 1/6. We usually don't divide in math. What we do instead is multiply by the reciprocal of the second value. So we're going to do 6 over 1. And since 6 over 1 is a fraction, I'm going to put negative 18 over 1 as well. And I'm going to multiply the numerator times the numerator and the denominator times the denominator. So we're going to have negative 18, I need my calculator, negative 18 times 6. And we ended up getting negative 108. And we know 1 times 1 is 1, but we really just have to write negative 108. All right. Product means multiply. So we're going to go ahead and do negative 2 times negative 6. Two negatives create a positive, and 2 times 6 is 12. So really you don't have to write positive 12, you just write 12, and every mathematician in the world would know that that's supposed to be positive. I'm going to let you handle D and E. So if you want to solve those really quick, okay, I will present the answers in just a second. All right, if you pause me, great. If not, here are the answers. For D, your answer should be 6. If you did not get it, please circle that value. And for E, it should be 1. If you did not get that, please circle that value. All right, great job so far. Here's a round of applause for you. Keep going. All right, remember that there are symbols that we use to represent things. So remember the greater than or equal to symbol, or less than or equal to symbol. We're going to be using these symbols to help us which one is bigger. And remember that we always eat the larger number or the larger object. So for example, if you look at an elephant and a little mouse, aww, so cute. What we notice is the elephant is bigger, so we're going to go ahead and give the elephant, we're going to eat the elephant like, and and then we're always going to point at the little things. Notice that we are pointing the arrow right here. It's like an arrow. Do you see that? Pointing at the little things. So that's elephant is greater than the mouse. Let's look at this. B is less than, so we're going to point at the smaller b, and we're going to eat the larger horse. Let's not eat it, but you know what I mean. All right, let's look at some numbers. So it says use greater than or less than in comparing the two numbers. Then write down how to say the entire statement. So I know 3 is bigger, so I'm going to eat the bigger number. And negative 4 is smaller, so this will be 3 is greater than negative 4. And I want to just write that so you can see it. 1/4 is the same thing as 1/2 is the same thing as 0.5. 3/4 is the same thing as 0.75. So I'm going to eat the bigger part. And so we have 1/2 is less than 3/4. So 1/2 is less than 3/4. All right, we have negative numbers, so be careful here. Remember that you want to be, the closer you are to 0 in the negative side, the bigger you are. So we know that negative 0.56 is closer, therefore it's greater than negative 0.59. Okay, so remember, this one is a really good one. Be careful on this one. You would see negative 0.56 first on the number line. So here's 0. You would see negative 0.56 first, and then negative 0.59. And that will bring you to negative 6. Okay, so just be careful with that one, please. All right, well, that's it for today. You did a great job. I can't wait to see you later.